Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So today I am here to talk about something quite personal, I guess, and just something that I feel that a lot more people should really talk about. So this week, as I'm filming, is Mental Health Awareness Week, and I really wanted to just sit down and just talk and have a heart to heart with you guys while putting on makeup that makes me happy as well. I just had a random thought like earlier this afternoon. I was like, what video could I film today? And I thought, let's talk about, mental health and just making ourselves feel better during some really shitty times. And I know some of the shitty times have passed, but I feel like they're still lingering because a lot of us are still working from home. Myself, some people are still unemployed, some people, just dealing with mental health on a regular basis, and it's important to talk about it. So I am going to be just putting on my makeup as I go along and just talk about some of my own experiences. Of course, I can't talk about anyone else's experience apart from my own. So yeah, let's just get into it. I'm just going to start off with my watermelon Colourpop face milk because it's smells amazing and it makes my face feel amazing. If you can see any like green here, I had eyeshadow on earlier and it's kind of stained my eyelids, which is a little bit annoying, but it's fine, it'll probably go away later. So yeah, this week is like in the UK, I guess it is. I don't know if it is in America, but hopefully it is like worldwide. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, and we all, regardless of, if you feel you deal with mental health issues at all, everyone deals with it in their own different way, and they have different types of mental health issues. For example, there is depression, there's anxiety, and there is so many different types of mental health and physical health like awarenesses as well that we need to kind of look out for, especially in ourselves and just the people around us, because if you can look after someone and just make sure that they're okay. I don't know what I'm trying to say, it's been such a long day, but I'm just like, obviously I don't have a script or anything, so I'm just kind of saying it from my heart. But you never know, just asking how someone is, just a simple kind of like, how are you, how is life, how are things, can really help someone's mental health. That it can really help uplift someone, even if they've got something negative to kind of say, not negative as in like what they're saying is not positive or anything that's not going well in their life. Even asking how someone is and listening to someone will really help someone day to day. It's difficult, I know, sometimes if you are, you live alone or you live with people that you don't feel that you can talk to. There's so many different organizations out there like the Samaritans and Mind charity, which are fantastic and help people with dealing with these mental health issues, that you don't have to feel alone, and you can just, if you want to talk to a stranger, then they're the best people to talk to. I personally haven't ever used their services, but I've heard very good things, and they're organisations that have been around for so long, and I feel that they're doing a good job, because most organisations were not doing very well, they wouldn't be around. So I'm just going in with my Maybelline 30 Hour Wear. Sorry, what I used previously was my Marshmallow primer because it's been a while and it smells so nice. If you haven't had a chance to smell it, even if you go to like a Boots or a Superdrug and you just smell the tester, because there's testers out now, if you smell it, it's wonderful, it's so nice. And yeah, this foundation, like, I don't really need to say much else apart from how much I love using it. So I guess with myself, it's been quite difficult dealing with this type of kind of situation during lockdown. I did do a video, oh my god, last year talking about Mental Health Awareness Week, and that was pretty much kind of in the beginning of lockdown, so I haven't, a lot of my feelings have kind of changed towards it because I've personally been locked inside, not locked in, but like I've been inside for what feels like much longer than obviously it did previously, because that was only a month or so, and now it's been over a year. I'm still working from home, and for me it's getting not easier, in any honesty. Like, it's still frustrating that I don't have that separation when it comes to my home life and my work life, because I live in a very small flat. So I literally live in a flat that has like 3 rooms, and one of them is the bathroom, so I'm obviously not going to work in there, that'd be quite difficult. One of them is my bedroom, and then the other one is this room, which is the kitchen slash front room. And to be honest, the only place I would want to work at home is in this room, because working in my bedroom, there's no table, there's no space for me to actually like work. But of course, in the whole year of it being COVID, and now I have moved into a different establishment, and this feels obviously a lot more home-like. So this is a place where I don't have anyone kind of disturbing me, unless it's my neighbours or the main street, because it's so freaking loud. But you know, it's helped me in the sense of I know that I can just shut myself off and not have to deal with talking to people I don't want to talk to, or just dealing with a situation that I can just kind of go into another room and not deal with. And when it comes to like the kind of negative side, there's been so many kind of negative aspects for me, but then, you know, trying to be positive, I still have a job. I mean, I'm so thankful every day that I kind of went into a job just as lockdown was starting, and it's a secure job that I have until at least November. And I feel like if I had stayed in my previous job, I wouldn't have it now, because my last job, with having a lot of people that I know on social media, a lot of them were made redundant just after the lockdown. And so I felt like it's a kind of lucky escape that I managed to get out of there when I could. And in this, not in that sense, because, you know, I left that job for my own career, my, you know, career wise, not just because of it was a pandemic, because I got the job before the pandemic had even started, so I just got eyelash everywhere. So it was, you know, it was something that happened just way before, so it's not even kind of as relevant. But I feel like I had made that decision to leave at the right time, regardless of lockdown and everything. And for me, working in retail was always like a love-hate relationship. As much as I love kind of sometimes working with lots of different, like as in what as in being a retail worker with so many different customers, and obviously a lot of the workers that I really love, because you get to build friendships and long-term friendships, and even if they're short-term friendships, there's something that has made an effect on you. And then of course, going into this job now where I've not met any of my colleagues, honestly, I've only met, what, 1 or 2 of them, and that can play really heavy on my mental health as well, because I've made these relationships with people who I haven't actually physically met. And it's weird to think that, because we're all living our normal lives and doing our job at the same time, and I came into the role like just not knowing what the hell I'm doing, so it's very much the deep end aspect. But you know, it's something that I have been dealing with for over a year now, and I've come to accept that, you know, whatever has happened this year, it's happened, regardless of, you know, it being a pandemic. That's been like the main part of it all, but of course it was out of my control. And of course the amount of people who have lost their lives, and of course people in my family who have passed away because of COVID, and people who have been ill, and myself who have been ill, and my husband, he still has ongoing issues because of it, because it's just like a long-term situation, a long-term problem that, you know, a lot of people are rushing to forget and rushing to kind of get over, but it's just not that easy. But you know, you got to live each day as it comes. I'm just going in with my Melt Cosmetics blush, because we know why. We know why. If you love watching my videos, you know I love talking about this beauty all the freaking time, and just how much it glows and makes me feel happy. But the reason that, you know, I wanted to talk about mental health today as well, because I've been having kind of counselling and I guess well-being therapy, which was Some of the money was provided by my work really nicely. They, gave us a budget to find some well-being sessions and counselling, and it's made me think about just better ways to look after myself. And if any of these steps can help you, then that's perfect. I mean, a lot of this is stuff that I've been doing for many years since I've had anxiety, and I've spoken about this on camera also. But it's just finding the things that you love. Like for me, having this channel has helped me a lot to deal with just being down and being so, self-doubt of myself. I still have a lot of self-doubt because every time I see like thumbs down, I'm kind of a bit like, what have I done wrong? And honestly, recently, I don't know if it's just like a whole YouTube thing as well, because obviously my channel is so super small at the moment, but I'm very grateful for the 125 people who have subscribed to me. Like, I'm actually shocked that many people are interested in watching my content, or a lot of people who have joined my channel just out of kindness just because you're like my friend or my relative, or relative or whatever. I'm just going to quickly spray my face because it's just a step that I want to do before eyeshadow. That went in my mouth. That's my own fault. But yeah, it's just made me feel really grateful, and all the nice comments I get, especially just from some of my subscribers and on my Instagrams as well. It makes me feel really happy. So, my makeup for me is a major escapism. It's a way for me to be creative. It's a way for me to express myself in so many different ways that I felt like I couldn't do when, I was growing up, or I was in a certain type of job. Because I feel like if I was working not from home doing these type of videos, I wouldn't be able to do that many, because in the beginning I was only doing videos over the weekend. But now that I've kind of gotten a massive obsession of wanting to do videos constantly, I'm doing it after work, I'm doing it at the weekend. I'm not jeopardizing my work life, I'm not jeopardizing my relationship or my friendships or anything, because it's a pandemic and I have the free time to do it. I'm just going in with my P. Louise Date Night palette because it's super gorgeous, and I felt like I feel like I'm going to do another red look today because I don't care. I've done so many green looks recently. I'm going to go in with the shade just here. But again, yeah, when it comes to that, and then of course this year I've missed going to gigs. Like, gigs for me was the main reason of just feeling alive. Just that moment of going there. I know sometimes going to a gig, there's so much frustration and so much, just annoyance by overcrowds of people. They're more like throwing drinks at each other, getting drunk, starting fights. But for me, it obviously is about the music and just my love for I've loved music ever since I can remember. I think when I was growing up, when I was 5 years old, I just remember listening to music for the kind of essentially realizing what music is for the first time, and just being absolutely just blown away by, sounds and, just how it makes you feel inside. Like the endorphins that music brings out in people is one of my main escapes, and I listen to music every opportunity that I get, even if it's, I know I talk about Led Zeppelin a lot, but they really were a band that helped me get through so much shit. Like I discovered them my dad helped me discover them when I was about 15, 16, and when I discovered the music just awoke. I know everyone must have that one band. Like if you're into music, you will have that one band that made you realise that music is special. And I know music has been special for so many years, obviously, but for me, from my experience, it kind of opened my eyes to what music is and what it can be for, your own mentality. Let's go in with Treat Me just here, and I'm taking one of my Spectrum brushes. And yeah, again, watching movies is always something that I absolutely love, but then, not everything has to be like social media based, as in you don't always have to physically watch something or listen to something. Like for me, I've been going to the gym recently because I feel like I'm unhappy with my weight. So I joined the gym before the lockdown, but unfortunately because of the lockdown I wasn't able to go. And I know during this time I have put on a lot of weight, that I the most weight that I've probably put on in my entire life, and I do feel embarrassed, and it does get me down a lot. But I know that I've acknowledged what is one of the things that's making me unhappy, and I'm doing something about it. I might not be going every single day because physically my body just will not let me do it, and it's exhausting for when I haven't been as mobile, because when I'm at home, I've got nowhere to walk. Literally, I've got these four kind of these walls, and if I walk around, I literally have no space. I barely have any space for our things, and for me to walk around is just kind of not the biggest options. And I know that's an excuse, um, but it was essentially the real reason. But I'm doing something about it, and it's really helping my mental health because it's helping me it's giving me a goal to work towards something. To I know that once I eventually lose weight and I get to a certain point that I'm happy with my weight, that's one thing that I've ticked off and that I don't have to worry about, even though it will be something that I will be mentally playing with forever. I'm going to go in with Our Secret just here because it's a nice pink shimmer to go quite well with this pink, so I'm just going to put it in the corner. So yeah, I mean, that is pretty much just what I like doing. I know a lot of people obviously do so many different things to help with their mental health, and if you have any pointers for what makes you feel better, then let me know, because I'll be happy to try different things, because I still have my off days like everyone will. This is just me being honest because I've got nothing to hide really. Like I'm not gonna tell you guys that I'm happy 24/7 because that's just not reality, that's just not normal. And I would be lying, and I don't lie to people, so I'm always very honest and open. But yeah, just anything that help you, just do it. Lockdown restrictions have been lifted. Life is slowly getting back on track for those who are able to work again, and a lot of the time mental health is because you're not being able to do certain things that you love doing. And now that we can slowly get back into those routines, we can hopefully start getting better. So quickly off camera, I'm just going to go with a mascara and my lips. So I'm using the e.l.f. Lash It Loud and my Fenty Beauty Uncensored Gorgeous Red. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my finished look. These lips, every time I use my Fenty liquid lipsticks, I feel $1,000,000 because these make my lips look so much bigger than they are. And this is just one of my favourite shades, but honestly, something as simple as this has helped lift my mood. And if you guys like wearing makeup, just sit down, take out 15-20 minutes and just work on some techniques that you feel like you want to improve on, or just do a look that makes you feel happy. It could be the most extravagant look in the world and you're not going anywhere, but you're doing it to help yourself feel happy. And I feel like talking about mental health issues is important. It will save your life. It will hopefully save someone else's life. And it's just, I know this is just a week dedicated to it, but mental health needs to be spoken about every day, every day, every second, every week. There's so many organizations out there, like I mentioned earlier, that will help you if you are struggling. And my DMs are always open. I hate that saying that kind of sentence, but if you ever want to talk to me on my social media, my Instagram, even in the comments below, anything, please do. I'm very happy to have a chat and talk about experiences and give some type of advice if I can. I don't know if I'm very good at it, but yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. As always, as I do these kind of talks, the alarms start going off, and that's one thing that really annoys me, but we overcome it. But thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias. I have 2 Instagrams now. One is called Ameena's Makeup Corner, and one is my usual one that I leave down below, which is all about my makeup collection and just makeup stuff. So yeah, I hope you're having a good week, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.